Yeah, we are live now.
Okay, I'm just gonna share the link. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Golden Age Circle, the third gathering.
Hi.
Hi, I'm E.E. Watts, 2 E's, Watts like the light bulb. I'm tuning in from the East Bay of San Francisco, kind of suburbia in my parents' backyard.
Wow, it's beautiful nature there.
Yeah, lots. I feel like I'm in the Garden of Eden sometimes. Like there's just like
It's beautiful. Yeah, I like the nature. I like the nature a lot. I love the nature.
we love the nature. Thanks so much for being here, Doctor and Daisy. Dr. Daisy and EE. It definitely sounds like some sort of fifth dimensional show, educational soul-filling time. So I'm really grateful to be here with you both. Daisy, you're looking absolutely magnificent with the rose in the hair and the red gown, which when she saw I was in red, she just like fluttered away for like a second and came back with that on, and I was like, oh, love the goddess with the costumes and the regalia already. So I was hoping, Daisy, I was thinking because today we're talking about the number 5, and I know that you have poems for all the dimensions. So I was thinking to start to bring us into the energy of what 5 is, that we could start with your poem today, if that sounds good to you.
Absolutely. Actually, I also draw a card just now, and the number is 50.
Of course it is.
And the color.
Does it say the inner queen?
Yeah.
Wow. And it's red.
Yeah, Persephone.
Does it say ruby?
Yeah.
What is it? Can you read the top line?
Yeah, goddess Persephone and ruby.
Wow. Wow, that's yeah, one of the characters that I have is Ruby. So there's some people on this earth plane that recognize me as Ruby. So that's interesting that were to appear right now.
I think Dr. Yusuf also connect with Ruby because he had a website or a company named Ruby Stone before, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You want to share that? Your connection with Ruby?
Yeah, it's just it's very strong connection I have with Ruby, and it has been in my life for a long time, you know, and supporting me when I do treatment. So the Ruby is the one that I have a strong connection to. It's a magic stone.
Yeah, it's kind of like anchoring. And also Ruby is a dodecahedron, like 12 faces dodecahedron in the sacred number 12, and how we enter into our inner space and the inner dimension, like perfect. Perfect in every way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I see a dodecahedron is kind of like we work with our sacral chakra and our solar plexus, which is exactly tied in our today's thing, number 5, and the 5th dimension. It is our solar plexus chakra. On Earth, the vertex on Earth connect with Machu Picchu and the Vatican, and on the solar system, the galactic level, it connect with this planet called Modak. So during the fall of the Atlantean, there are 2 planets that exploded. One is called Nibiru is connected with our third eye chakra. One is called Modak, connect with our solar plexus chakra. And when it exploded, it formed this photon belt. The biggest planet in Modak is called Sirius, spelled as Ceres. Is Sirius, the energy is equivalent to the Greek mythology of Black Lilith and also Black Madonna energy, which is kind of like the black fertile earth, how we feel nourished, connect with the cyclic change of the earth, of the nature. Like when Dr. Yusuf talk about, he loves the nature. That's the nature calling. That's in our blood, in our ancestral DNA. We naturally know how to connect through agriculture, through celebrating the beauty in nature, through just enjoying and breathing the love, the beauty, the nourishment in nature. And through that connection, we are being reminded, how do we nurture ourselves within our own body and ground.
Yeah,
this land.
that's right. Yeah, and the connection with solar plexus, it's support and strengthen our mental energy, and it's a mental energy that will be including, willpower, control over self and others, and also support us to have a strong belief and details, and also constructive versus self-critic sense of logic and thought that will give us and support us with perfection. So combine all of these together, I will say it's very strong. And this is why ruby is a strong stone that's connected to solar plexus number 5 in your in
the Kathara grade, tree of the eternal life system.
Yeah.
That we are using, applying right now. Yeah, you're right. With the solar plexus system, like a lot of time, like people think about that we can change life, and when we fix it in our mental field, it keep blockage. But the only place of our body that we can fully anchor and can make a shift is our solar plexus. We are planting the seed of our intention and the will, just with our strong will anchor in that place and standing in that golden light of our intention, our inner abundance, that beaming that abundance, and just bathing and basking in that magic, the golden magic. That's why a lot of time talking about solar plexus, people use the color gold or yellow related to that. And in ancient Egyptian, one of the magic stones they use for initiation is a golden color. It's like we allow that golden light just beaming and anchoring in our power center, just feeling that, let that be, let the self be, just enjoying the being. There's non-doing, just being and beaming that light, standing in. Yeah, so that's how I feel about the solar plexus and the fifth dimension. And on universal level, if people feel connected with their starseed origin, they will feel called with connection with the Pleiades. Again, my understanding with starseed from Pleiades, they have this deep sense of healing. It's almost like they can feel this sense of connection naturally through their own body. It's in your guts. When people talk about, like, you listen to your guts, and that's how we feel connected.
Yeah, because most of people, they think that the mental energy is here in the brain, but it is not. Brain is just a kind of a conduit that help facilitate the logic thinking. But the God, where we say the God, the solar plexus is the center of mental energy. This is where we have the deeper understanding and deeper deeper control of our mental energy. Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, that's so cool. So we actually think with our guts, right?
That's right. And then sometimes they you hear that they say, listen to your God, feel in your God when what you want. So that means you think logically with your brain, you consult your heart, and then you decide with your gut. So those three things that in that axis, in the 3 and 5, and then the brain is mostly around third eye, and so those in this axis, this decision making will happen, and also the process goes through these 3 chakras.
Yes, I do feel like that kind of action a lot of time coming from this empowered place from the guts. When we listen and feel like you saw, like you mentioned, consulting with our guts, and if we feel that, when we feel ready, we take the action and we implement. And there's a word, it's like I do, like when I do the action, it is actually come from this feeling. You feel like you're ready to move.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Thank you for all that deep knowledge and remembering. And yeah, I just want to we were kind of in the energies from earlier when the Phoenix rising call. So the ancestors and the angels are amongst us and with us. But I do want to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional Aboriginal land in which I reside. For me, that is the tribe of the Miwoks. And and just giving and paying respect to all the many ancestors who have walked this plane before us and set the stage for us to, as I call it, like the grand finale and the joyous beginning all happening at once. Because this is like what they say, the revelation, like the what do you call it, the apocalypse, which really just means great revealing. So yes, it is an end of times, but when something ends, that just means something new begins. So I'm super grateful that I picked this time, which is very exciting, very much like a roller coaster, like very much, and many tender moments of like I'm crying, and then suddenly I'm having like the most magical download, remembering coming through me, upgrade. And I especially want to share today. So like the past 2 days I've woke up kind of waking up, like I'm like in my bed, and I am like so happy, like so happy, and it's because I've like remembered something. And then it's like but what, it's like I remembered like the most important thing, and then I'm like, then I'm there, I'm in my home, but then I'm in dreamland and in a different reality, and there's just like this deep soul remembering of like, wow, everything is like infinite, everything is infinite bliss. And then for me, then I like kind of sleep a little bit more, and then I wake up, and then as most of this year has been, I go to like all of the worries, like how is this going to happen, or how is that going to happen, or this or that, or worried about this. And then you know, and then I get up and I spend my time doing my rituals and meditations. And but like this morning it was like, and then it happened quickly. Like I was able to work through these like limited beliefs very quickly, because it was like the remembering is that like we are Christed beings with so much full power, and because of our like deep intrinsic connection at this moment in time through this group, this Sacred Heart Valley, that we are all co-creating, that like that time is here. And it's like this deep remembering that like, wow, we do get to live in community, fully supported by one another. Like we do all get to just be here and do what brings us joy. We don't have to do the things that we really don't want to do just because we have to get money to go, you know. It's like, I have a home, my parents have a home. Like I don't need to, as a whatever, I'm 32, like there's this like, you know, thing on society like, oh, you should be out on your own, you should have a job and all. I'm like, my parents like having me at home and I like being at home too. My parents are cool. Like, and I've been living abroad for like 5 years. So yeah, cool. I'll stay here. Like my mom's like, do you need anything at the store? I was like, yeah, shampoo and conditioner. I was like, I like the natural stuff. And I just looked in the bathroom and it's like called like Peace, Love, Hair. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. You know? So I'm and to say that too, this feeling, it reminds me of like the one very like transcendent moment that I had in 2020. Like I feel like my journey was like I was very awake in 2020 and very focused, and then you know I went back into these other ways of this you know, as we're talking about this ascension journey and this ascension from earth, from the third dimension where the feelings are heavy and there's responsibility to make things happen, to this fifth dimensional earth where it's, of course, obviously it's the solar plexus, because the fifth dimension earth is empowered earth, where everyone is a leader of their own ship. There are no, you know, bosses and employees. Like everyone's doing what they are here to do, and we are in the middle of that shift. And so, but I remember in 2020 when I was like, wow, 5D earth, it's here. And then there was these 2 years of like catching up. But just one morning, like it was like I woke up and I was like I became the ocean. Like I was the ocean. Like I can't, like it was like I was the ocean crashing in the waves and crashing to shore, and I felt it like all really in me. And it wasn't this like scary thing. It was like, wow, this is what it is. Like I am energy moving and I'm covering lots of ground, and sometimes I'm making waves. And yeah, and it all comes from, because when you feel that, or when I feel that disempowerment in me, like I feel it in my stomach, and without that power I can't, you know, it's impossible for me to do anything. So for me, empowerment, getting to empowerment, self-empowerment is the most important key. So that's what I had to say about that for now. Pass the word to anyone who'd like to jump in.
Yes, absolutely. You did touch base about one thing. How do we feel about the shifting between 3D, 4D to 5D? A lot of time the healers usually stay in 4D. It's like sometimes suddenly come to 3D, sometimes come to 5D. Like to me, there's moment distinct that whether I choose to continue the old karmic looping cycle, that I suddenly felt like I'm not in my power center, almost like part of my body is chopped off, like gonna fall. But the next time, like if I say, okay, I choose not to react right away, I can take a pause. I don't have to answer the email or the call right away because I'm not feeling empowered. I will wait. Sometimes I probably wait days or weeks before I finally feel, okay, I'm ready. I feel empowered. Now I'm able to respond from a powered place instead of fear, instead of shame, instead of guilt. And I think that choosing the timeline, choosing to step into which dimension that we want our feet to step into, because when we speak, we create new timelines. We create heaven on earth when we take the action and speak it out.
Thank you for that specific example, because that literally happened to me like right before we were on this call and I was super in 5D, and then I went into my phone because I was intending to share a link with someone, and then I see like, you know, the millions of messages that I have, not millions but dozens, you know, that are unanswered because of that reason. Because yeah, waiting for empowerment, waiting for the right moment, not wanting to do it from a place. And I did that. I responded with this message that was in scarcity, because it was somewhat like I was responding in scarcity, and I sent it, and then I like came back to the call that we were on, and I was like, then boom, back in 5D. And I'm like, oh man, like I should have just said, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, like I should, like there was a different choice that I could have made in that moment, in the words that I spelled into this reality to align more with, yeah, where what brings me joy and bliss. So I appreciate that very very real life example, because we're living our real lives. Like this is real life, and ultimately like my goal is just to be more joyful in every single moment, because life happens in the moments, and you know, not stepping into some sort of like waiting pattern, like, oh, there's going to be this big shift, the shift, we create the shift. So if we're waiting for the shift, nothing happens, you know, like we are the tide. So
we are the tides. We are the tides, and we are riding the tides.
I know. And this, I'm like, we're the red tide in a way. That's what it was very fascinating to be in. I was in Tulum, Mexico, the Yucatan last year, and there was this huge purging of all this seaweed onto this beach, and it's like red seaweed. So just like all along the beach, there was like this very cathartic, like you could see Mother Earth being like, I am shedding, I am healing. I am healing. So it's yeah, I'm definitely feeling called to water, and I'm pretty close to water here, so that's a good thing.
That's beautiful. Dr. Yusuf, you have something you want to share?
Not specifically, but if you have a crystal or stone, do you want me to tap in and tells you what is good for? And
Yeah,
I'm
we
happy.
can do that too, certainly. Yeah.
I would love that, because I just got some new crystals that I don't really remember what they are or what they're good for, because I got a lot at once. But yeah, so I'd love that.
Mm-hmm. I see it. Okay.
That's a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's blue kyanite.
Yeah.
With something else in it, something black.
I don't want the name.
Oh.
I don't use.
He doesn't need the name. He just talked directly with the soul.
Yeah.
That's better. Cool. Easy.
It's very strong, very good. It has a really strong connection to third eye. It's good. It is good for amplifying psychic readings, psychic abilities, psychic journey. It's a good amplifier for that, and it's a good amplification. It's a good amplifier for intuition. So this is what I feel is very good, very strong feeling that I have.
Thank you.
How do you feel? How do you feel it? How do you feel in your gut, in your, how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel it. I was massaging my whole like forehead with it yesterday with the 11 oil, which is the third eye chakra. And after or through doing that, then I had that powerful experience this morning, and I'm feeling more aligned, and I'm getting, I'm like the queen of ideas, like, because I'm consciousness. So like I got ideas running through me all the time, but then it's like, what is the idea that you're like actually gonna do, like, and so I'm getting lots of like true ideas. It feels like in the past like 24 hours of things, like, because one of my things has been rushed. So like I'll get an idea and then I'm like, oh, I got to make it happen like right now. And like the ideas that are coming are now coming for like a distant time where there's going to be plenty of time to execute, like, and to co-create. So I'm feeling a lot more aligned since using this crystal. Yeah, my left ear popped.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful color. Yeah, very beautiful psychic energy, and also bringing a lot of synchronicity for your life when you're tapping into it more and align with your soul blueprint purpose. And just felt like this deep, like waterfall, like catalytic cleansing when you connect with it more. Yeah. Like an instant alignment, like when we talk about axo line, which is our cosmic line. When you want to learn how to, actually that's how we all doing. We all come to earth to learn how to anchor our light, anchor our sacred inner being, inner essence, sacred geometry on earth. And the first thing is, how do we ground ourselves, and how do we connect the heaven and earth? And that's how you just instantly align with your soul blueprint.
Yeah.
You feel that too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me tap in it and see if I can see any animal spirit in it. Can you hold it in front of the camera? It's a little bit back, and turn it in different dimension, different direction. Go a little bit slower.
I'll turn that.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I see an old spirit in it.
What is the color of the owl, right?
It's it's brown, dark brown, with beautiful eyes.
Well, I'm definitely like an owl. Like I've been I wrote a newspaper article for like I was like an editor in the school newspaper, and I wrote this newspaper article. I think it was for the like April Fool's episode, but it was like who who doesn't love owls? Who? And so my journalism teacher was like one of my favorite teachers, and he was super funny. And then my mom got like really excited about the whole owl thing, and then my mom bought me owl everything for like she's like, do you still like owls? And I'm like, yes I do. So I definitely resonate with Bean. That's like my Miss Cosmic Watts. My character, the teacher character, is like the owl. But there's something, I've also got the message that I'm like a day owl, because owls come out, but maybe a night moon owl. But love owls.
Can you figure out
Yeah,
is it a girl or
I
a
think
boy?
this is also the reason you were called by this stone, because of that um, um, animal spirit. It calls you and reminds you that you have the elements, you have the quality of wisdom, and
Yes,
I think that's
very, very psychic. Yeah, all knowing and prophetic.
Thank you, sacred ones.
Can you also tap into is it a girl or a boy, and how old is the owl, and what's the name? I know I asked too many questions.
it's a female. And remember, we're talking about a spirit, so
Mm-hmm. It's not
she is
earthly. Yeah, different.
not earthy.
Mm-hmm.
She is 700 years old. The spirit. She doesn't have name, but I can ask if she has preference. Preference, what we call her. She likes Tiffany.
Stephanie?
No, Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany.
No S. Yeah, no S. Tiffany.
Tiffany.
I don't know why she likes Tiffany, but she likes Tiffany.
That's cool. Thank you.
Well, you think of Tiffany. Tiffany is like, it just got real windy here all of a sudden. So the wind elementals are activating. Well, Tiffany, like you think of like Tiffany was the name of the designer who designed those like crystal glass shades for lights. So like Tiffany was one of the like fathers of the crystal lights. Like, right. And then the name Tiffany, like Tiffany and Co., which is like one of the biggest diamond stores, like diamond jewelry stores in the world. And so the energy, feels like kind of, mother, grandmother of crystal crystal realm.
I didn't know those information you just told. Was he was just, preferring to call her Tiffany. So that makes,
Yeah,
it's
like I'm older than those companies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you. That's the first time I've had that like done for any crystal of mine. So thank you. That was very special. I guess this is what happens on fifth dimension Earth. It is May 30th, 2022. But if you're watching this at any time, you will receive the frequencies and codes from
Tiffany.
Tiffany, the owl soul 700. We love 7. It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit where I am right now. I just noticed that. And for golden age circle 2, 7 days ago we did the 7th dimension. We remember that, so 700. But here we are in 5, and we love what happens here at the golden age circle. Whatever needs to happen, whatever comes through us, whatever flows.
Right now it's 444.
And now it's 444, which is perfect. So okay, perhaps I'm gonna read. I've got my numerology made easy. So I think I'm gonna read about 5 for numerology. So 5, the essence is action, movement, travel. Yeah, the color is yellow, like solar plexus. Planet Jupiter. Positive aspects: adventurous, loves to travel, disciplined, sensible, freedom loving. Negative aspects: instability and unpredictability, radical, ruthless changes, rebellious, compulsive. Esoteric aspects: adds life to the rigidity of the number 4, considered the first manifestation of spirit. Lucky gemstone, yellow sapphire. Yeah, so that's what we have for 5. Yeah, and 5 to me always just means like adventure, journey, a new beginning. You're gonna sorry about that, especially if you were a little tumble down. There's gravity here still. Gravity still exists. So yeah, anything to add about 5?
I can share something, because today is not a coincidence. It meant to be in this new moon Gemini, and the energy is just perfect, tapping into this golden age circle. And I'm gonna share a little bit message related to this new moon Gemini. Is it okay? Ironically, the gemstone for today is yellow diamond and citron for the new moon Gemini. Now we talk about yellow, right?
Yes.
And the colors is the bright yellow, orange, and multi-colors. And the essential oil is called iris. And the message is the ability to focus the mind. The element is the air. It is a breath of life that allows the mind to achieve new insights and a fresh perspective, abstract dreaming, freedom from attachments, codes of intelligence, and academic applications. And the umbrella energy is your outer appearance, the way you present yourself, the way you dress, the way you enter a room, and what you leave behind when you leave the room. And the action point, actually the choice points for today's action, the readiness. And the karmic awakening is fantasy versus reality. The CBN symbol is airplane dives towards the earth as though falling. So it's like very fast action, how you tap into that energy. the potential point is refusing to help yourself even if it's a disaster. And there's a statement. Is it okay I read the statement for today? I am so I just want to tap into this our solar plexus chakra, because there when the fall of Atlantean happened, what happened with the Modak dimension, it causing this immersion. So when we are tapping into this solar plexus energy, sometimes it felt like whether I'm stepping into the power or I'm not. So constantly there's some kind of like we talk about the shifting between the third and the fifth dimension. It's like the polarity. A lot of people still struggle with this polarity, the dark or the light. But eventually when we transcend to fifth dimension, there is no negative or positive. The negative positive is when our mentality like went to the density, and that's when the polarity thinking come in. So this is the message for today. I am dark, I am light, I am day, I am night. The extremes in life exist within me, completing themselves in reality. The I that is we lives within me. I am one in the same, I am both. I know that flow comes from accepting my opposite natures. Today, I accept my opposites and guide into the flow. I am aware today of how my judgments separate me from people, events, experiences, and most of all from myself. Today, I am going to see where I have separated all of the parts of myself and begin to integrate into wholeness through acceptance and understanding. I begin by breathing. I breathe in wholeness and breathe out separation. I understand that breath is life and that life includes all facets of my experience to gain awareness. I know that I am heaven. I know that I am earth. I know that I am masculine. I know that I am feminine. Today, I become unified. Today, I integrate into wholeness. I breathe into all of those aspects of myself, knowing that in my totality, I am connected to oneness. The I, that is we, lives within me. I am one in the same. I am both.
Very nice, very beautiful statement.
Yes, very, very beautiful and very aligned. There was, as you were saying it, like I was like popping off in my head, like, oh my gosh, this resonates, this connects with this, and this with it all connects. So yeah, so perfectly, because you know, when talking about this like ascension to the fifth dimension, that's, again, it's not like someone's going to be like, hey, come get in this like spaceship and we're going to take you up here to this place. Like it's realizing that balance within ourselves that comes through the activation and then integration and embodiment of that solar plexus power. And when we have that balance, divine feminine and divine masculine, as well as through that empowerment to, you know, be the captain of our Merkaba ships, that's when we're in heaven, you know. And there are beings on this plane who have been living and operating like in the fifth dimension for long time, you know. Like it's not like this is ascension is always happening. This is Earth school. Like we're just some beings like getting our way there. And in this time it's the biggest ascension hop. And I'm thinking a lot about this joyous month of June, because they always say it's always darkest before the dawn. And like I feel like this winter time, it's winter, and then like spring's popped in, but then like winter came, because winter is the teacher of many. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to be here at this moment of the turning of the Kali Yuga of time in the cosmic egg that is hatching. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yi. That's so beautiful. Would you like me to read my poems too?
I would definitely like to read your poem, and then I think I'm gonna have a poem to read too, but I would love to hear yours.
Okay, thank you. Let me share the screen. It's called The Prayers to the Healing Source. Wherever there is pain, there is deep healing. Wherever there is poverty and scarcity, there is abundance and wealth. Wherever there's suffering, there is a deep relief and transformative miracle. The universe is ocean of endless potentials, constantly ebbs and flows in variable forms and shapes of harmony, balance, and love. Loving vibrations inhale and exhale through me. Whenever I am ready, all that I need to do is opening up my heart and allowing such universal divine flow breathing through my whole existence. Indulge me with your magnificent love and magic touch. May your golden healing light penetrate and pulsate through me. May I merge into oneness with you. May every piece of me, both inside and out, dance and flow into the forever weaving light of your universal love. May any bit of my unpleasant memory or frequency that cutting through my dynamic energy field be melted into harmonic relationship of co-creational wholeness and romance. May this energetic human vessel opening up wider so that I may feel deeper of this earthly loving support always beneath my feet. Let me grow truer and founder of this co-creational partnership with you on earth as I grow older and wiser. And so it's the depths of this root of my unshakable trust and faith in you, and in my own innate capacity to connect with you. And so through you, all my loving and healing ability will slowly unveil and grow deeper and truer of my confidence with your unfailing earthly love, always supporting my existence through eons of time and multi-dimensional space. Let my heart open wider so that my soul can hear every inner and outer wisdom resonate louder and wake up every minute neglected space inside my soul. Let the sky singing through me, the rain saturating and breathing within me, the earth dancing along with me, my mind finally ready to let go, skydiving into easeful flow of this mysterious unknown. Recognize the long forgiven inner curiosity cracking open the path to freedom, peace, and home, pulling myself closer to love and to who I truly am. Thank you. I love
It's
you.
very beautiful and strong. Thank you, Daisy.
Thank you, Daisy. You are such a poetic wizardress. Word is your wand, and so.
Thank you. Oh, you're muted, E.
You're so beautiful. You're a poetic wizardress. I cannot wait to see you in that magic on a stage in front of me with that poetry. I'll take the virtual for now. I have a poem I'd like to share. Can I share? Yeah, I think I can share. Oh, can you make me the host?
Yes, absolutely. Let me make you the co-host. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I've never done this before on my phone. Okay, start broadcast, but it's going to be broadcasting that. Okay. See the poem now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is one of the first poems that I wrote, and I think it's quite empowering to the solar plexus. So here we go. I'm a poet. Oh no. Okay, here we go. I'm a poet, and I didn't really know it until COVID. Let me show you. Where was it hiding inside me, waiting to break free? Nothing else goes. It slows. It froze. They tell us to pick quick. It's a trick. They ask the question with obsession, pick your profession. You get the impression that picking more than one thing is a transgression, a sin. So you let go of the dream to lose steam under the extreme mainstream regime. They get you on track, but you want to go back because this is whack. They say you have to choose, so you lose your inner muse. But she never left. Despite the theft, she was waiting, marinating, ready to be exciting, waiting to be awoken, be outspoken, become unbroken, to untether altogether from the nether, to emerge in light in spite of fright. You feel me, right? I think that we can all relate to the hate of the mandate that dictates for us to eliminate what is innate for us to create. We must illuminate. We came here to be the light like the stars we are, each equally important, each equally loved, each taking our divinely designed spot in the grandiose constellation of life. How could we pick just one and be done? I want to do it all. I don't want to play small. I stand tall. So yes, I'm a poet, and yes, I know it. I also dance under any circumstance. I'm a creatrix. I like a mix, whatever sticks, and I take some pics. You want to see my bag of tricks? I owned a bar made of plastic bottle bricks. Go Earth Team. I'm always a team player. I'm also the founder of a future tech co, and I may even be the next Van Gogh. Hello. But I don't stop there. I wouldn't dare. I'm aware that like you, I'm rare, and we're here to share. So let's flare our way across the night sky as the beacon, as the flame. Love is our sovereign name.
Very poetic and very nice.
Yeah, so beautiful. E is so gifted. The first time I saw E and she was just channeling in the poem, just pouring through her like waterfalls. It's like, wow. I just see the light just pouring in through you. It's like you don't even need to read it, just pouring through you, just so effortlessly. I just love that about you. It's just so amazing. Thank you.
Thank you both. Thank you both for receiving. Thank you for opening this magical portal. I'm feeling complete, feeling like so much gratitude. Yeah, I've been some burps coming up, some releasing of energy, some stuff shifting. Anytime we burp, sneeze, it's like, wow, this release of energy, like deep from within ourselves. Like, we don't need that anymore inside. And the cleansing is yeah, everything I've ever prayed for. And I'm so grateful to be here living this in this reality on our little virtual screens right now, like the Brady Bunch. But such powerful characters and this ascension, her story. As we rise, like the phoenix or the peacock or the turkey or the owl, or like, I didn't have a turkey or anything, but I brought
That's so cute.
ostrich. So he's a like TY Beanie Baby. So they were like all the rage in the 90s in the United States. And so they have a name and they have a little poem. So I guess I'm gonna read the little poem because maybe he's got a message.
Yeah.
So his date of birth is September. Stretch is his name. Stretch is good. Reminder to stretch our soul and our bodies. Oh, it's a her. Her birth date is September 21st, 1997. She thinks when her head is underground, the rest of her body can't be found. The Beanie Babies think it's absurd to play hide and seek with this bird. So silly.
Oh, that's so cute.
Well, yeah, I just want to thank all of our ancestors. Where's Tiffany here? Thanks, Tiffany, for coming through and sharing. And I'm excited to.
Can I make a suggestion?
Please.
Today is such a beautiful and powerful portal we open. Can we close the space with the intention, what we want to set up intention for this new moon cycle?
Yes, that would be magic. I would love for us all to go around, set intention, and then, as I've done in the past, we'll close with 3 ohms to ground it into, like, the more I'm doing ohms, it's like I feel that release in my solar plexus. It's like, wow. Okay. If anyone wants to hop in first with an intention, I'm gonna think for.
I have my intentions. My 3 intentions is, first is I want to have alignment with my inner divine union, inner marriage. Second is I want to learn how to tap into the deeper wisdoms of my own body. Third is the deeper connection with my inner child, celebrate life with my inner child moment by moment each day, and sharing this joy with the whole world.
Muted. So articulate, so wise. I would love if you type those and share those. I will just tap in here. Did write an intention, but I don't know where that notebook is. So I'm tapping into my higher self, and so for me is to create, and be open to deep soul satisfaction in every moment, to release seeking and to step into full soul awareness that I have everything that I need at every moment, that I am wholly supported and loved, and to get out of my own way. Allow the universe to provide goals and support that I'm so deserving of, to step fully into worthiness and joy, and yeah, take my light place anchored wherever I am intended to be, knowing that wherever I am is exactly where is best for my soul path at this time, and to always be open to all signs and guidance, and to live in gratitude.
More gratitude, more blessings coming in. Dr. Yusuf, you have something you want to share? What's your intention for the new moon? Or message or blessing for the all?
My intention is to stay in strong relation and connection to the Creator, where I get my knowledge and wisdom and support. And by that, everything else will be solved easily and served easily.
That's beautiful.
Thank you for the reminder of the sacred relationship with the Creator, and the trust and the magic that comes from when that channel of communication is open. And so I felt called to get a card from the 4 agreements deck, and the one that popped out is, so it's from the be impeccable with your word, and it's manifest your true intentions. And then it's like a beautiful pyramid that like has love pouring out of it, with like the central sun at the top, and then on the back it says, regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will all be manifested through the word. Which brings us back to the very applicable action, takeaway that you began with, Daisy, which is that if we're feeling like we're going to speak into lower vibrational timelines because we aren't feeling empowered, then instead of speaking, we go to remember empowerment. What's in our spiritual toolkit? Does that mean that we dance, or that we meditate, or that we call Daisy, or or whatever it is that gets us into alignment and empowerment? Because it's just too painful to operate, not in alignment with the soul now, with the energies. So thank you for these beautiful reminders. Does anyone have anything to add before we ohm it out?
The pyramid, I saw it earlier. Incredible synchronicities. That's the energy of Trinity. First, we come to the internal unity in marriage, and then we anchor the Trinity. The trifold flame, divine mother, father, and divine child, all within us. There's no need to seeking outside, and everything's already within.
Amazing. And yes, of course, for this 3rd meeting of the Golden Age Circle, there are, of course, 3 of us holding this and energy in. And so thank you for your presence and your showing up in truth and authenticity. I'm feeling quite magical. So I'm just going to do a deep breath out and let out some energy, and then a deep breath in. And then if you want to unmute or stay muted, up to you. But we can then ohm it out. So big breath out. And a deep breath in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sacred ones.
Thank you so much.
I will see you both soon. Much
Thank you.
love. Oh, 5:14, 5:14, the time ending. So 5 and then 14 for the sacred masculine part of the trifold flame. And we're sending love to all of the sacred masculine who we're going through awakening, remembering, and all of us finding balance. So yay.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Love, love, love.